Mado from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Energy Mado and Jean-Philippe Loisel. We are here. So, Mado, c'est quoi on a pour tout le monde sur les médias sociaux aujourd'hui?
Ah, vous croirez pas ça, on est vendredi, on est Remax Loisel TV en direct. Manquez pas ça. Il y a un notaire, 2 notaires même. Il y a avocat, une avocate, puis plusieurs courtiers à votre service. Vous savez quoi? C'est quoi la grande nouvelle? Lundi, le 11 mai, on commence comme avant, en respectant les conditions de distanciation. Ben oui, bien sûr, mais vous allez pouvoir visiter. Vous allez pouvoir magasiner une maison, vendre une maison, acheter une maison. Oui, vous allez pouvoir tout faire ça. C'est pas excitant, ça? Hey, il faut se réchauffer aujourd'hui, là. Il fait froid dehors, mais on se réchauffe le cœur. Ah ouais, on bouge, on lève les genoux, on grouille, on marche en avant, on marche en arrière, on lâche pas. Allez, allez, allez. C'est encourageant. Vous êtes un petit peu triste. Vous manquez d'énergie. Hey, le 11 mai, je vous l'ai dit, on recommence comme avant. On visite, on va voir les maisons. Ah, mon Dieu, que ça va remonter le moral. Vous n'avez pas idée. Puis là, aujourd'hui, vous avez Vincent Van Vite, c'est son surnom. Numéro 1, ça va être Team Values aujourd'hui. Numéro 2, 7 things that are changing in real estate. Wouhou! C'est pas excitant, ça? Envoyez, boostez l'énergie, ça va vous faire du bien. Laissez-vous aller, allez, allez. Inquiétez-vous pas ce que les autres vont dire. Allez-y, sortez-la cette énergie-là. On bouge, on marche, on avance, on lâche pas. Hein, Vincent?
Excellent, Mado. Wow, quelle bourbe d'énergie. Wow, hein? Ça fait du bien, tout le monde va avoir plein d'énergie aujourd'hui. D'abord, Mado, est-ce qu'on commence?
Every day, in every way.
We are feeding our mind daily. We're energizing. Yes.
Every day, in every way.
We're strengthening our body full of energy. Yes.
Every day, in every way.
We are doing our goals short-term and long-term. Yes.
Every day, in every way.
We are doing our rituals, routines, and habits. Yes.
Every day, in every way.
We are doing our time management and following our schedule. Yes.
Every day, in every way.
We are getting a coach, a mentor, accountability partner, or someone that can help us reach our goals. Yes.
Every day, in every way.
We are taking massive action. Yes.
Hey, let's go, gang. Je vous aime, mes fans. Lâchez pas. La vie est belle. On continue. On va vers l'avant. Wow!
Merci beaucoup, Mado. Et on a The Hungry Machine, Jean-Philippe Loisel. Yes, 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 Jean-Philippe, we're here. The most action, full of energy.
Yes,
Mado,
sir.
wow, 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 wow.
Comment ça va? Comment ça va?
Ah, ça va super bien, Jean-Philippe. Merci beaucoup. Wow.
Excellent. Excellent. Je suis content de
J'ai
l'entendre.
beaucoup d'énergie, là.
Ça va bien. Plein d'énergie, Mado. Je veux dire, je sais pas pour vous, là, à la maison ou n'importe où, sur votre téléphone, au final, Mado, ma mère, a énormément d'énergie positive. J'ai grandi dans cette belle énergie-là, puis je suis tellement content. Puis je dois dire, Yann, je suis, on dit en anglais, I'm grateful. J'ai beaucoup de gratitude pour cet élément-là, beaucoup de positif dans ma vie. On a plusieurs points qu'on a mentionnés, Vincent, qu'on va discuter aujourd'hui. On a parlé des team values. Donc, je vais te poser la question, Vince. Parle-moi un peu des team values, parce qu'il y en a plusieurs. Là. As-tu un board ou quelque chose que tu veux nous présenter?
j'ai un board ça reste dans le bureau, dans la salle de conférence. Puis on va commencer avec nos core values. Numéro 1, on va avoir une bonne attitude. Quand on est avec tes clients, quand on est au bureau, est-ce qu'on a une attitude qui est positive? Do we have a good attitude starting our day? That's the core value number 1. It all starts with our attitude. Number 2, solution focused. Are we focused starting our day, finishing our day? Is all our schedule up to date? Are our clients' visits scheduled, or is all the visits on the property, are they well positioned to get the maximum value for our clients? So having the right focus going on a day-to-day basis. Number 3, bigger than the situation of mindset. Oh, wow. So how's our mindset starting our day? How's our physiology? Jean-Philippe, the mindset, it all starts with the mindset. Before the strategy, it's the mindset. Could you just touch on the 3 points on that, Jean-Philippe, our state, story, and strategy?
State, story, strategy, the 3 S's that we learned with Trevor McGregor. Trevor McGregor de Tony Robbins était coach qui nous a coaché pendant 5 ans. Il nous a dit, il y a les 3 S. State, it's the mindset, it's the energy, and you can create the state you want, or you can jump in the state you want, and there's 3 ways to jump in the state you want. First, physiology. Second, the focus you have, because the focus you have, if you're focused on a specific thing, this will happen, or it's going to grow in your mind at least. Third thing is the language you use in your mind. So often we use negativity in our mind. Yes, it's going to be hard, or there's going to be these obstacles, because your mind is designed to try to see all the things that can hurt you, that can block you, or anything like that. So it focuses on all those points. So what you need is you need to take one barrier out every single time that they are focusing on those one. And second point is the story. What's the story you say to yourself? What are you saying to yourself? Are you saying to yourself you're a champion? Or you're telling yourself, you know what? I'm not good. I'm not going to make it. What kind of affirmation, what kind of sentences, what kind of incantation are you telling over and over and over again in your mind? Because that's important. It's important for you to control the language you have inside your mind, the story you give to yourself, the story of your life. And then it's the strategy. So what kind of strategy are you going to use to make sure that you hit the life you want, that you live the life by design, that you live a life to the highest peak that you're looking for?
Jean-Philippe, that's it. The 3 S's: state, story, strategy. And it all starts with our mind. Going to the next point, which this one we love, being educated and inspired. Wow. So education, never stop learning. Always go do one thing more. If you got enough of something, turn the page and do something else. Get inspired, listen to YouTube videos, read books, and it's going to inspire you to be a better person and progress within your life. So that was number 4. Number 5, serving others. Be in service of others, not only clients, but if anybody needs help, be the best version of yourself and just help anybody around you that needs maybe a hand. It's not only about going to work, but if you're able to impact someone's life and you're able to do that, well, you could change. Maybe you could help them instead of doing it in waiting 30 days. Well, maybe you could help them right away. So if you know that someone needs help, be in service of them and give them and help them.
Sure.
And the last one over here, valuing clients, associating like family. So big thing. At the end of the day, it's not about the transaction. It's about building relationships with our clients. And if you're able to build a relationship with your client, well, you know, in any business or in building even relationship with friends, it's going to make the process so much more enjoyable, and they're going to have an amazing experience. So to that, these are the core values of our team: being dynamic, doing things with integrity, doing things with synergy, doing things with empathy. Look, these are what we stand for, and this is how our team grew, and it's still growing. And we're looking for people right now. On cherche les courtiers aussi qui aiment travailler avec nous, qui ont ces 6 éléments pour nous aider à grandir, puis aider à grandir aussi pour nous donner le maximum aussi de service à nos clients. So these are the 6 core values, Jean-Philippe, and we're going to be listening to Jean-Philippe on the next couple of elements on changing agents. Jean-Philippe, there you are, team values.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks, Vince. And you just talked about good points, team values. These are the values that we have close to our heart. Every single day, we're coming to the office with energy, with the right focus. And we do want the best for our client, get the end result. We're really like result oriented to make sure that if there's something blocking, what's blocking won't be bigger than the situation. We want to make sure that we find a solution. We want to see that if we don't have the answer, maybe my father notary has it, maybe my sister's lawyer has it, maybe someone else in the team has it. So we're always in collaboration to make sure that we have the right answers for our clients. That's the goal. So change agents. I wrote a chapter in a book in 2013 about changing agents, change agents. And the reason why I want to give you this is life is changing, so do real estate is. So real estate is changing as well. And I have 7 points that are changing. The first one is expectations. Expectations are changing right now. The expectations of buyers, expectation of brokers, expectation of sellers, expectations are changing. The seller today are expecting different things than seller of 2010, for example. Same thing for buyers. And let's go first point by point, just to go quick. Sellers are expecting more. They're expecting more for less because we have technology, we have structure. We're supposed to be organized with technology. We're supposed to be ready to do great marketing. We're supposed to have experiences. If you don't have experiences, there's so many brokers. They don't need 10,000 brokers. They need 1 great, or they need 100 great, or 1,000 great maybe to the latest, not 10,000. I think it's about like going to the next level, and they want like the juice. They're not looking for the one that doesn't know what they're doing. So expectations are high. Buyers are expecting to have a lot more information before they do visit a property. They're expecting to have a full description sheet. They're expecting to have professional pictures, maybe videos. They're expecting all the information about the property. They're expecting to know like where the schools are, where are everything. Is there any businesses? Is there any dépanneur? Is there what's like around? Like what's the neighborhood? What's the neighbors? And they want to have like a lot more information. Can you send me the declaration by the seller by email? You would have never hear about that 5 to 10 years ago to send them by email. Right now, some of them are expecting it. Certificate of location, all those things. They want to evaluate all those things before they decide even to visit the house. And that's totally fine. Every visit counts. But 90% of the job will be done before they visit. The 10% is how they will feel when they do enter the house. So if the broker is doing the job properly, 90% of the job will be done before, and the 10% is to confirm, you know what, I'm feeling great when I'm visiting the house. Second point is branding and marketing. Vince, give me a few points that clients are expecting more in 2020.
Branding and marketing branding and marketing is the 2020. If people do not adapt right now in this market with branding and marketing, how to position yourself as the local expert in anything you do, how you're visualizing the listings that are online, let's just say, or any publicity that is online, any public videos, or how things are marketed on the web, on social media. If it's with a text message, if it's by video, if it's in any publicity matter, branding and marketing going forward is super, super important. People want to know who they're dealing with, and they want to deal with the best. They don't want to deal with someone that's not doing anything full time. People want to give things to an expert, and that people have the expertise in any of those trades. So Jean-Philippe, next point.
Next point, teams. Teams are changing. And if you look at it in the past, maybe some of the brokers have seen a lot of teams growing in United States before it started in Montreal. And there are some teams that started 20 years ago in Montreal, but most of the teams started about 5 years ago. And the evolution of teams are changing, and it will continue to change. Expectation of brokers inside teams are changing as well, and expectation of the client as well. And teams are better adapted to help a client, because as I say, one agent cannot do everything by himself. As a team with a lot of different specialty inside the team, we are better organized, better structured to help the client and serve them personally. So a team helps us to be better structured to serve personally the client to a higher level with quicker notice, and having someone specialize in everything. So teams are changing, and they're getting bigger, and they're getting more structured with a lot of software and other things like that, so that the response to the client is faster, and we are there closer to the client so that the client understands exactly what to do in each step and who's going to be there for each step, because we are going to help the client from point 1 to point Z.
Great, Jean-Philippe. Thank you very much for talking about teams. And I just want to let all the listeners know that we will do a special video on teams, because we could go on for a long time, and how a team, and I could speak for it, how a team can help you grow, not only in your business, but also you're going to have a life by design in doing what you want in the industry. And that's where we have a lot of help. We're able to do more because we have a back-end support of staff and also other agents that work with us, and we become a family, and everybody together in the team understands each other, and everybody encourages each other. So for that, I would like to do one just for the team and other agents in our team also that are implicated in that too. Jean-Philippe, next one.
Next one, experience. Point 4, experience. The client are expecting a lot more in terms of experience. If someone is starting, if I look back 10 years ago, I was starting, and I cannot imagine the same client to hire me 10 years back. Right now, they're expecting more. So someone is starting, it might be a bit harder to them. So because we're giving so much value right now, 10 years after, that the person that is starting cannot even reach to the same level of values. Same with all the values, the innovation, the publicity, the marketing, the support, the big team right now. It's like it gives a big gap to some people that are starting. Yes, like there's always room for different thinking. There's always room for different model. But in the end, experience counts so much to the client. That's point number 4. And point number 5 is innovation. Are you innovating? Are you doing whatever it takes to innovate every single day? Because this is what the client is expecting. They're expecting you to innovate. They're expecting you to reach the next level, to tell them something differently than it was doing in the past. Not doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. It doesn't make sense. Yes, sir, Vince. Routine of success, super agent tools.
Well, that's exactly it. That's an innovation sheet of 2020 of what Jean-Philippe did as a training for other brokers, and this is the innovation that we're going to do also on another live call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Point 6, visits. Visits. What is changing in terms of visits, Vince? Give me a bit of a, I spoke a bit about the visits in the past, but give me a bit more juice on that.
Well, Jean-Philippe, you know, there's different ways that that everybody works, and today, you know, a seller that's selling a property wants to be represented by, let's say, the inscribing agent. The inscribing agent will be doing the side of the seller, and the buying agent, which is the collaborator, will be working for the buyer. That's why our team is structured in a certain way of having selling agents and buying agents, and that everybody is getting the everybody is representing their client. Okay, so when we're doing visits on properties, the buyers on the team are representing the buyers, and the seller will be representing the sellers. Now, how do we visit these properties? Very, very important. More than ever, you know, people are visiting properties, let's say in blocks, and like Saturdays and Sunday, let's say Saturday, Sunday, and offers will be presented on Monday. We were in an irregular market. There's just been so many, like a lot of properties were over 20, 30, 50 visits on them. We also even hit, I think, around 150 visits on properties this year in 2019, starting 2020. So the way the visits are structured and the way people are safe doing those visits, and the way that they're getting represented by the agents is very, very important. How to structure everything in a time frame that the buyers get to visit, that everybody gets to visit the property, everybody gets all the right information, and the sellers, let's say, are maybe not home, but the agents are there to represent the property, and everything is done in a good time frame, and everybody becomes happy. Jean-Philippe, just to end off on a couple of points concerning the visits, because I know that you have maybe some points to add.
Yeah, well, in terms of visit, as I just said before, and you gave good points, you explained a bit how the visits will work. Well, visits are changing and they will continue to change. If you look back in time, 10 years ago, we were saying that we needed about 10 buyers to see a place before we get an offer. I would say this has changed. Probably we need about 6 buyers to see the place. And maybe in the future, we need 3 buyers to see the place before we receive an offer on the property. And this leads me to point number 7, which is how to write offers. Because in the change moment, in the moment of that we're living right now, things are changing. Life is changing. So is real estate. And what about offers? What is changing in offers? What do you think, Vince? Because just before you answer this, okay, let's just picture in the past, okay, 10 years ago, people were negotiating $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a property. Beginning of March, if you were able to buy at the price that it was listed, you were happy and you were excited. And if you were to buy like $5,000 to $10,000 under it, you thought you just won the jackpot. So what is actually changing in how you write the offers, how you negotiate them, and how we make an agreement with sellers? So can you answer that, Vince?
I could go a couple minutes on this point, but I'm just going to go very simple that everybody understands. When you're representing a buyer, making an offer on a property, the buyer will know ahead of time when working with us how the process is going to work. And it's not only about writing a price down and conditions, it's how it will be presented, okay? What kind of deposit will be probably put on this offer, how important it is to have a pre-approval updated during this time, during COVID-19, because we just got some modified pre-approvals today, actually, that things are changing. You know, change agents is like, so it's the same thing. Change the way we work, meaning that the banks are also restructuring. So occupation dates, you know, is it better to notarize the transaction before Like if you make an offer today, well, maybe in the next 30 days, you'll maybe notarize the property and take occupancy later on. And we could go deeper into that if you are interested in buying or purchasing a property for 2020. There's a whole structure of how to win offers, how to make sure that your offer is ahead of everybody else's, just the way it is structured, just the way the offer is presented, could be presented in person before, maybe by video. We have experience with video for the last couple of years, Jean-Philippe and I, how the offers get presented on video and the people see us when presenting an offer. And what do we do to make sure all the conditions are met between both parties? So there's more to it, but I'm going to leave it for next time. Jean-Philippe, maybe you got 1 or 2 points to add to this before we close off?
Well, I think you gave good points regarding deposit, regarding a good updated prequal. I think it's, in today's world, it's like, it's not even a choice. Like if you don't have one updated, if we're like the selling agent, I'm sorry, but we won't recommend the seller to accept an offer without something like that's updated in terms of that. After that, it's about being able to show that you really have the down payment, that you really have still your job. Because if you don't have your job anymore, you won't be able to get the mortgage you want. So it's important for the seller that you are as close as possible to the end line. Like it's as if like you're running 42-kilometer marathon and you're in the last kilometer. They want you to be there when you make the offer. It's a bit different like in the past. You were just putting an offer and then you go everything through. Now it's like do everything, and when there's only like few little stuff, then you make the offer. You're as close as possible to the end line. So it's a bit like, how can you get prepared? How can you reassure a seller? What can you do so that the seller feels more comfortable with receiving your offer? And the more you'll make them comfortable, the better price you'll get as a buyer, because everything else will be more solid. If it's not solid enough, they're expecting a higher price. And every single point that we just said, and we have 10 more points that we might discuss in another call, will give the buyer a chance to buy at a better price. And that's in these moments that we have, and we can use these moments for the benefit of our client, because we know all those tools with having done over 287 transactions in 2019.
Oh, Jean-Philippe, those are great 7 points, and we're going to be touching just a video call on just actually one of those points, how the people get prepared to purchase, and how a seller also is going to get prepared to sell. And you know what? At the end of the day, is that everybody finds a property to live in, and the people that are selling are happy with the service from any local agent that they choose. So Jean-Philippe, to that, we're at 28 minutes live, and we could go on for more, and we have a lot of energy, Jean-Philippe, but we're gonna have to wrap it up today. Mado energy ball. I don't know what to say. We're getting so many great feedback, Jean-Philippe, from the public. People that we don't even know are messaging us that Mado is making a difference in people's lives right now, and that's why she is there with us, because people want to have that kind of positive energy. I am positive. Well, you know what? Mado is positive too. Jean-Philippe is positive too. And every day in every way, we are doing incantations to improve our life, progressing by a life by design. Jean-Philippe?
Just remember, you know what? There's no better time than right now to step up your game, live a better life, take action. Because right now, even though it's 2020 and the COVID is in every head right now, in every people's mind, I got to tell you something. Take action right now. Something you dream, might be real estate, might not be real estate, something you dream, take it inside your heart. Make sure you take action every single day, because this is what matters for you to live a life by design, a life that you love to the fullest, and you deserve it. It was Vince and I for Remax Loisel TV.
Yes. Yes.